Ah, where'd it go? What bad luck. Ugh, I won't be able to write another copy either. Did you lose something? Well, I hope that it was only lost. I do consider myself an optimist after all. Is that what you call optimism? Well, it might be one thing when you're looking for the office semi-annual expense ledger. This needed to go to Miss Kaiser sometime soon, but suddenly discovered that the ledger was missing 5 pages. These 5 pages are from 5 separate months and contain a great number of expenses. It was only the final review that I noticed that they were gone. If I had not accidentally misplaced them and instead never done them at all, then how did this final amount for official expenses come out? Ugh, I don't dare think about it. If I really did forget to write them, Miss Kadme will most certainly force me to dig up the ledgers in the last decade and make me check them again. That sounds pretty serious. It's because it is. If the documents were not written or lost, that means quite a few offices will have funding issues next month. What rotten luck. I only remember pulling an all-nighter writing the ledger and bringing it to the palace today. When I reached this spot, I was startled by a large flock of seagulls, and my hands loosened for just a moment. I might really have lost the documents during this time. Well, let's search together. You'd be willing to help? Wonderful. Come, let's follow this road first, then. The data involved is not top secret or anything, so don't worry about accidentally seeing something when we picked up sheets. Yes, I also met Officer Marine that last time, and she even chased the seagulls away from me. We can ask her if she saw the ledger. Miss Eudora, is there something I can help you with? Officer Marine, I have a question for you. Do you remember the stack of accounts that I bought to the office this morning? I remember that. You were attacked by a flock of violet gold angler gulls as well, right? Yes, that's right. Once those annoying gulls flew away, I hurried over to my office. Do you recall if I left any sheets of paper on the ground when I landed off? I can't remember. I was also busy with other work at the time. But if you need them urgently, we can reenact their path to the office. Could you really? I don't want to ask too much of you. We're just looking for things. A much easier task than the work at the Palace Memorial. That's for sure. I do recall that you had tied the documents you were carrying together into stacks. Is that correct? That's right. We need to be quite precise with our reports for cost review, after all. You've got a good eye, huh? Everything has to be listed, from large tasks like getting artisans to maintain the outer walls of the palace, to small ones like changing the lock on a desk. That's how every month's expense come up to a thick bundle that needs rope to tie together. In short, there's no way the single sheet might have just flown off by itself. Even though you had lost documents, you would have lost the stack by stack. It hasn't been long since you got to the office, so let's set off now. This is why I was talked by the gulls. Thank goodness you were on hand to chase them off, Officer Marine. Doesn't look like there's any documents here. Let's keep going. Nothing here either, and the police are patrolling this area too. If they discover documents, they would report it to the palace right away. All right, let's keep walking. This is the cafe where I burned them in that oil seeing the ledgers. Is that you, Mr. Adora? Thank goodness, I finally found you. These are the documents I need. Oh, thank the Archon. They're all here. Why were you doing accounts at the cafe? Well, I need lots of coffee to make sure I'm counting it right. This is the expense of all the offices within the palace, mind you. Counting up supposed to be 5 people's work. Apart from me, everyone in the office has been borrowed by some other office, set out on work, or is busy with some visitation. So when it came time to count expenses, it was just me doing it. I haven't slept in days. Not only did the expenses need counting up, but even the settling of the bills got left to me. My vision's practically swimming over here. Regardless, it's good that we found those documents. If you please allow me, Miss Adora, I'd accompany you back to the palace. Thank you, Officer Marine. Ah, I swear, you and the Traveler are the only 2 good souls I've met these last 3 months. Everyone else is either yelling at me or pushing me to work. No, I need to stop complaining. I need to go back, Mr. Kaiser, to tell you again. Just a second. That's it. Office on the Avenue. Little achievement too.